everybody. Welcome to Food Alchemy Network. I am Dr. D. It is Friday. I want to welcome you. I'm hoping that you're having a great Friday. And because it's Friday, we talk about spiritual connections and things of love and getting not only just love of another, a relationship, but love a relationship with yourself. And I said, well, today let's really begin to take things into consideration of all the things that's going on at this time that happened in 2020 as well as in 2021 about what can we do to get back to self and self-love, and how does some blockages get us out of self-love and love of oneness. That is something that I wanted to really dive deep in. It was placed on my mind to talk about it yesterday. So I decided I was going to make this my topic for today for Friday's discussion on Food Alchemy Network on our Friday show. Now, we have so many things that in this planet on Earth that actually separates us from a lot of other things. Meaning, we're separated first and foremost, when we first come into the world as a male child or a female child. Then there comes between, like I say, the different hue of people. Then it becomes by the city, your separation. Then it comes by state. Then it comes by community and country. These are all separations to differentiate us from one another, to keep us separated and not coming together as a force of oneness. We say we one, but how many of us that are spiritualists, that are light workers, really know how to get back to oneness with oneself and others, and not really so much take things personally, meaning on our soul, because when we actually take that on our soul, we actually put that in our karma bank, if you will. And we have emotion and attachment, so that becomes a karma. Now, people say karma's bad, but karma can be good or bad. Like I said, I've explained before, there's really no good or bad in this lifetime. There is just actions and energies and frequencies. Now, the thing that we need to learn from them, their consequences of how we react to different things. You feel someone is being disrespectful. Well, in what way are they being disrespectful to you? Is it because of your hue? Is it because of your belief or faith system? Is it because your eating habits? Is it because of the things you do and the things you don't do or they do? What is this separation and why is it there? Is there to make some people feel superior, important, and above all, and also power? Knowing that, that puts it in a different perspective. I'm hoping for you that you're giving someone the power, another person that is not in your being, not as yourself, not even part of you, to actually play a higher part and percentage in your life based on something they said, they do, or they feel, or they put out there that is programmed for people to believe. Now, that is the hard part of understanding how to get that fix, how to make that work for you. And that's what you got to think about. Some things is it's not whether you're female or male. It's not whether you're young or old. Everyone or every being, from the plants to the animals to each being, deserves respect. They're due respect until they show you why they should not be respected or have done something to you, but still they deserve respect. And this is why a lot of people, when they said Hotep and the hand forward, I'm going to show you one hand forward, like that, is giving respect. Or namaste, I bow to your higher self. My God, bow to your higher God, bow. You're respecting each other of equal energy, of equal force, of equal being. That becomes equal. It's not, I'm better than you, you're better than me. It's a form of respect. So that is something that I see quite going on a lot. Okay, some people are really enlightened, and some people have really wisdom, and they put them on these big pedestals, and they say, you know what, uh, that person is blasey blasey blue, and yada yada yada, and they might make a mistake, and then they're blown off the pedestal. Number one, we should not put anyone on a pedestal or put higher than ourselves and our higher conscious self and source itself. No one or no being deserves that honor. What needs to realize that we are a higher being, that when we take the time to get to really know ourselves and understand what our purpose is, what we come here to do. It's not necessary to be a big superstar. It's not necessary to be a great artist, writer. It's how you express yourself in life and how you deal with it. When you do that and realize you're part of a grander picture of getting back to oneness and getting out of ego, because sometimes that's what it is. Even me, I sometimes got to go in ego and have to check myself about my emotions. That keeps me grounded, that keeps me anchored into this earth dimension, and the energy that it is, the dense energy that's here, will keep you grounded and not uplifted like you're supposed to. You're really supposed to float and get more enlightened and not believe into these uh, programs that have been in place for you to believe it. We get separated, like I said, our dogma, meaning our belief system, our spiritual. You're Christian, I'm Muslim, I'm Buddhist, I'm Hindu, I'm Satanist, I'm this, I'm that. Everything has a vibration and a reaction to how you see. And if you're reacting to those different things, these are things you need to look at yourself and figure out why I'm having a reaction. There was a woman that said something to me, and it's taken me some months to see that in some ways she was right, in some ways um, me reacting, having a reaction to someone um, being what I proceed as disrespectful. There's something in myself that I need to go back, that I need to fix. There's something that I need to look at myself as I go forth. So when I start doing a lot more work and breaking down some of the reaction I'm having, it on Earth it fits that profile for you to act that way. In this dimension, in this density, it's a typical reaction of to be angry, be sad, or basically wow, and not go within. And that was pointed out to me that I needed to go within. And I'll acknowledge that. And I will talk to that sister and tell her I have an apology to make. Um, but the things that I see, the separation of race, of classes of rich versus poor, it should not be. And it affects your being of your life when you have all of these attachments, these feelings of emotions that are so strong. It dominates who you are. And you start going into one sector, even if you're pro this, pro that, you know, pro birth, pro death, pro uh, LGSBN, pro heterosexual relationship. It's about accepting all and all things at these things because there's something to grow. And growth is not always as painful as people make as you evaluate and grow forth and go and get higher within yourself. There's some things that come out of your shadow selves. There's some things that come out of your self of love and light that you need to grow and fix and go back and meditate and work on yourself on. You need to open that drawer and figure out what it was that made that connection or why that reaction is so dense, because that is one of the anchors that keep you in that state of being, and sometimes not evaluating where you want to go. Sorry, I keep lifting up on my chair. I'm slipping. I'm falling, falling, I can't get up. I'm falling, falling, I can't get up. Uh, I like to laugh, as you can see. So for me, taking these into consideration, what we need to do to go forth is basically work on ourselves and work on all these, I call them isms, religious, racism, countryisms, sexual orientationisms, classism. Um, there's these isms. Uh, the dumb, some people say dumb, or the people that are not so bright, or some people say the college educated versus the non-college educated, or someone in high school and business and non-business and entrepreneurs to small business to employees to employers. These are all isms that separate us from the being that we are. We all came from love, and we all want to go back to source and realize that in reality it really does not matter at the end of the day when you're transitioning of your density. Like some say, oh, well, you believe in God and you got to get this Christian in, you got to do this walk, this line, you got to do this, you got to do that. This is something that man has created to build a bond and anchor. This is not nothing that is written in source for you to be bonded and created and connected to this dense being of a rock that is Gaia, that is also a living, breathing entity. If you want to evolve, you got to leave these isms alone and work on some of the things of yourself. You cannot change anyone. You only can change yourself and keep growing. You can share your experience. You can also let them know about your experience and how they react to that experience or how they feel is their opinion. Like how I reacted to the situation when someone called me on my reaction is my reaction. That's something that I need to think about, something that I need to meditate, something that I need to grow with. And realizing that it takes me and put me in another frame of mind. And there was a lot of things that I had to think about of how I react to people, how I've been with other people, how I see people, if you will, and how I have not worked on it. And sometimes we are born into this uh, hue of people, class of people, to actually evolve to go back to source and not get tangled by the things of this density of this planet and be bogged down and create more karma. And karma could be a wonderful thing that you fix and you lighten your load because you'll keep getting it until you learn your lesson. And it could be many past life lessons that you've learned here on this planet, on this dimension. And then after you realize it, even so much as the isms of being a density, like a 3D dense form we are versus the spiritual form. There is isms with that and separation. But in reality, there really is no separation. You still can call on or talk to your loved ones here in this density now more than ever. Um, it's just that you got to be open. There's some steps you have to do and follow and get to know. These are just wonderful insights that I want you to have and understand that you can do when you really get to know yourself and start doing the work on you, doing the the soul searching, the self discovery, the personal growth. And sometimes you get people that lead you in the right directions for personal growth. And then sometimes people don't understand themselves and they're still working on themselves, that they have to evolve and go. You know what I mean? So I want you to keep that in mind as you go forth on this journey of getting to know yourself and what you got to do, how to eradicate that emotion of anger, because anger is an anchor, hatred is an anchor, sadness is an anchor, depression is an anchor. It bogs you down, makes your body feel heavy. When people come around you, they can feel that emotion, even though you're thinking you're hiding it. You're not. Ashe. Ashe. Okay. So I like to give honor sometimes because I feel different things around, and I just love that I am always discovering every day. And the more I meditate, and the closer I always get the source and talking to source and talking to other realms. Like I know people like there's other beings here, like George Washington Carver actually talked to the plants as a botanist to understand them. And he understood they were alive and he was able to create because they communicate. Like Nick Tesla, another great being, was able to communicate and go within and create these beautiful energy forces to be used to help to make the earth even more sustainable. You know what I mean? Then you have other beings that help you, like the Edgar Casey, the sleepy prophet that gave different advice during his sleeping phase, or not really sleeping, he was meditating. And the meditation that he did to go in to get answers and help people revive or recover or renew or get their self in alignment is by him laying down, relaxing his mind, and his secretary taking notes and getting answers for people. He went in a deep meditation and was able to get these answers to give them to people for them to be able to use in their lives that helped them from an illness to a situation in their life. He was able to just basically, what I would like, remotely travel and talk with source or talk with God as he see fit to help others begin to heal. So he opened the doorways for us to be open and okay and get rid of that thing and that belief that We all are here just to die, and we die and that's it, and that's the end of it, and we can't get healed, and that's just what it is, what is written. He helped change a lot of minds and a lot of different belief systems with what he did that was radical. It was totally radical what he did that others wouldn't think to do in his time. But that is also about being part of connecting with source and talking and meditating and writing and journaling and listening and doing, like I said, personal development and removing all these isms, all these blockages that hold you captive and you don't realize that you're captive. These are things that we can do by breathing, exercising, forming a great support system, getting in touch with oneself wholly and truly. These are things that you can do. These are things that brings enlightenment to oneself. The movements I would suggest are yoga, tai chi, kwando, um, qigong, and also some enlightened exercise I would recommend is prana. Prana healing, prana moving, brain yoga exercises, different yogas. There's different yogas out there for you to experience. Different music and different frequencies for different, want to say, energies that you want to receive and open and be open to and begin to heal the RNA and the DNA code within oneself. These are just some aspects of how we can do it. And purifying our body, actually doing a cleanse during the season, actually eating the right things so your body is cleansed. Staying away from certain aspects or programs or books or things that you don't want to be a part of. It helps because then you're eradicating your field from these unpleasantries and bringing in pleasantries that you want to have around you. Um, Walking in nature, getting connected, and putting your feet on the ground and connecting with Gaia yourself. These are things that you can do. So I want to say I am the Food Alchemy Network, and I am Dr. D. I want to leave you in great abundance. I say longevity, life, love, prosperity to you and all, and blessings throughout. I send my blessings from my heart to your heart, to your soul. And I say, everyone out there's blazing forward, blazing forward. That is what I say unto you. Aho, namaste, ashe.